that would be deafening anyway, made even more ear-splitting by the fact that the roof is closed. The fireworks have only just begun. Sir Alex Ferguson, well renowned for telling his players to play the match and not the occasion. And although Paul Scholes gives a little wave as he recognises someone in the crowd there, you can bet the majority of these players are trying to shut their families out of their minds and try and focus on the game ahead. Gerard Houllier, who desperately needs to get his team's season back on track. And this match provides the perfect opportunity to do just that. The crowd can't wait for the game to get started, nor, I'm sure, can the players. But there are formalities to be observed, and the guest of honour today is the Home Secretary, David Blunkett, who, along with his guide Saeed, being led out here by Sir Brian Mawhinney, the chairman of the Football League since the beginning of the year.
The chairman of the Football League.
Two political heavyweights to meet the heavyweights of the English Premiership. Roy Keane, one of 6 international captains who will be on show here today.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm tingling, I tell you. There is something special about this fixture. More so, there's a little piece of silverware at the end of it, Rob. This is a gigantic, gigantic tussle, I tell you.
Actually, I've done those international captains of this service. There are 7 with Ryan Giggs fit, 4 in the Manchester United ranks. Keane, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs and Juan Varane, who's led his country, Argentina. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's a super sub that Manchester United will be able to call upon if necessary. Definitely a man for the big occasion. Will consider himself a little unlucky to be out of the starting lineup. And Sir Alex Ferguson won't need to be reminded by David Blunkett, a Sheffield Wednesday fan, that one of the few defeats he suffered in a final was the League Cup final by Sheffield Wednesday. Big day as well for the match officials, and Paul Durkin introducing David Blunkett to Tony Green, Andy Woolmer and the 4th official Alan Kay. And Sami Hyypiä, one of the 3 international captains in the Liverpool ranks, Stefan Olsho and Michael Owen, the others. Jerzy Dudek, who played at the World Cup for Poland, John Arnorisa, Jamie Carragher, Danny Murphy, who's got a good recent scoring record against Manchester United. Big day for a lot of these players. Emil Heskey, El Hadj Diouf, who's flattered to deceive sometimes this season.
I think it's a big game for 1 or 2 Liverpool players today, Rob. It's a time to stand up and be counted. You mentioned people like, I think, Steven Gerrard, Danny Murphy. Potentially they have the ability to unlock Manchester United, and it's important they play well. Michael Owen, Emil Heskey, what a massive day for the front 2. And I think that they know that. They know that 1 or 2 questions have been asked, 1 or 2 doubters have voiced an opinion that maybe all is quite not right there, they're not playing well, but what a perfect occasion to answer back. I have to say that the crowd have been brilliant. They provided the hors d'oeuvres. I just hope that the players on the pitch can give us something to savour in the next 90 minutes or even longer. Who knows?
Well, the last time they met in the final, it went to extra time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and sing with pride the national
Now the singing
anthem.
of the national anthem. voice of Lawrence Robinson leading the singing of the national anthem. Well, the scene is set. How do we expect them to play, Andy?
I don't think there'll be any surprises formation-wise, Rob. Liverpool pretty much predictable in the 4-4-2. What is interesting is in the wide areas, Danny Murphy and El Hadj Diouf. I wondered whether they'd play opposite sides, but I think that El Hadj Diouf's going to start there. But although I've got them as a 4 there, I fully expect them to play more like Haman there. Gerrard slightly ahead, a little narrow in midfield, a little bit like that. They'll have to provide width when they get the ball. And the important thing, and the criticism against Liverpool is, Rob, that they don't get width high enough up the pitch. And I do think that has been a problem. So it is up to El Hadj Diouf on that side. And I think Risa on the left-hand side is a more natural one to give them width. I expect them to defend deep, Rob, as a back 4. Haman protect them. I expect them to invite United to put them under pressure and then quickly try and break and get Michael and Emil Heskey on the ball quickly.
And the line-up for...
This is the system we've come used to with Alex Ferguson. It's this back 4. Again, it's a two centre-backs who are getting to know each other. Still in its infancy, Brown and Ferdinand. And this is a big, big game to test that against 2 of the country's best, potentially. Midfield, they're just a quartet of great players, Rob. Any of them can win the game. They do have natural width, right and left, and will provide it easily. This is the problem. If Paul Scholes gets involved and in the game, Liverpool have to make sure they mark him out of it. Otherwise, he could win the game for Manchester United.
The huddle from Liverpool, and we are all set. The final year of this competition as the Worthington Cup. It's the final the sponsors would have wanted. It's Liverpool against Manchester United. 20 years after Liverpool beat United in the final of this competition. And for all his years in the game, it's the first time that Paul Durkin has refereed a Liverpool against Manchester United match. He was here at the Millennium Stadium as a spectator when Liverpool beat Manchester United undercover in the Charity Shield, and his colleague Andy D'Urso had to award a penalty to Liverpool after 75 seconds. I wonder if there'll be any such difficult decisions today. Manchester United lost the toss for colours. They're in white. Gary Neville with the throw-in. Headed away by Huppier. Steven Gerrard knocks it on. It's Neville. Now Haman.
You watch how many times Didi Haman has to do that today, Rob. Intercept a ball meant for front players of Manchester United in front of the back 4. That's vital. He does that job well, breaks down United's attacks. Liverpool normally play quite well.
There's Ryan Giggs and Silvestre. And away by Jamie Carragher, who seemed to be a little concerned about the protection he was getting in front of him then from El Hadj Diouf. This is Veron. Keane. And now Wes Brown, who wasn't really expected to play in today's final. Well, Heskey felt it was a perfectly fair challenge on Veron, but Paul Durkin well placed to see it.
Little late, just a little. I think it probably was a free kick. But they're going to need him to show his power, Emil Heskey. Maybe not in this sort of situation, Rob. He says he won the ball, he maybe did. Referee saw it differently. But Emil's got to impose his physical strength where it really matters at the top end of the pitch, Rob, today.
Now, Mikel Silvestre, one of those playing in his first final for Manchester United. And he got it out to Ryan Giggs, but there was a push on Diouf in the process.
It's a big side of the pitch, the left-hand side. Left-hand side for United, right side defensively for Liverpool. Jamie Carragher is one of the best, I think, defensive full-backs in the country. Normally, and there's a lot of times when Gerard Houllier has gone in against Manchester United with Ryan Giggs and he's played Steven Gerrard in front of Carragher just to protect him, Rob, but not today. So it'll be interesting to see if El Hadj Diouf provides the protection Carragher's going to need.
This is David Beckham, who missed Manchester United's defeat of Liverpool before Christmas. He was out with a rib injury. Now Ruud van Nistelrooy tries to get it back to Veron. How deep Owens come. Carragher. Now Diouf. Stefan Olsho. Hupia to Risa. Now Danny Murphy.
Free kick there.
Beckham the culprit. Carragher. Now Steven Gerrard. Back by Heskey. This is Murphy. Went for the blast, even though Risa had made a good run into the box.
He's got whacked right in the head with that one, Gary Neville. That's why the referee, Liverpool supporters, not too happy, but Paul Durkin looked very quickly, struck it well, left-footed. Not his strongest side, but it really hits Gary Neville flush. Look at that. Really knocked him off his feet. I think the referee was right. Head injury, we're always anxious to make sure everyone's okay, Rob. I think he will be.
Gary Neville, a little shook up in the opening 4 minutes of the 2003 Worthington Cup final. It's the 4th major cup final between these two sides. Gary Neville played in the last one back in '96 when Eric Cantona's goal won the FA Cup.
I didn't think you had to go off. It was a head injury. I thought you were allowed to stay on, but I'll get used to these rules one day, mate.
Well, he was off for a few seconds, but Gary Neville is now back on. Here's Juve. Can't get his cross beyond Silvestre. Jamie Carragher with a throw. Now Michael Owen. Away by Silvestre. That's Risa looking for Heskey. But Gary Neville first to it and looking long for Van Nistelrooy here. 2 on him, Olsho and Hupia. And between them they deal with the situation. Jerzy Dudek with good reason to be on the tenterhooks today from the despair he suffered in December to a cup final in March and against the same opponents. He could scarcely have dared to believe that after handing United a rare recent victory at Anfield, that 23 games later he'd be facing them in this occasion. Ferdinand to Wes Brown. Back by Gary Neville. Here's Veron.
He does like a pass Veron, doesn't he? I think if there's one criticism about Juan Sebastian Veron is he tries that all the time, Rob. But sometimes a bread and butter ball you can just play and get it back. I think that's what Keane's saying to him there. Just knock it short, you know, don't try the World Cup ball every time you get it. He does tend to do that a little bit, Veron.
Ferdinand, now Steven Gerrard. Ferdinand, Murphy shrugging Beckham aside. Blocked by Veron and falling here to Giggs. Now Roy Keane. Got through to Scholes eventually. Gary Neville. David Beckham. Veron.
It's happened again. You know, sometimes you have to be patient. And you know against Liverpool, the one thing they're going to do today, I think, Rob, is defend deep. It's going to be so difficult for Manchester United with a ball that's travelling 40 yards or so to get in behind Liverpool.
Now Michael Owen. We want to talk about how deep Liverpool sit lately. Do you feel they can adopt a less cautious approach today?
I don't think they need to. I mean, if I was Gerard Houllier, I would say, listen, if you have to defend deep, do it. You've got 2 players up top with the pace, the power to upset anyone in a break.
Murphy's kick. Heskey looks to get in the mix. Well held.
Yeah, good take. Awkward fall.
But he obviously got a blow to the face in coming for that ball. Did Barthez?
Well, Heskey's entitled to go for this. It's up there. And I think he just stumbles over, and I think he just catches his ball. Well, just caught a little bit there. I think he'll be okay. So you want to see your goalkeeper do early. He'll be pleased about that. Comes out. Good, clean hands.
Barthez, who made a magnificent save from Dietmar Hamann to preserve Manchester United's win against Liverpool back in December, in contrast to the goalkeeping display of his opposite number today. Roy Carroll is the reserve goalkeeper if needed, although I don't think he will be on this occasion. Silvestre.
Not quite settled the game. A little bit of sparring going on. There's a healthy respect out there, I think, Rob. They know what's at stake. It might be the lesser of the trophies to win, but it's a massive one for these two sides. United without a trophy all last year. Liverpool desperate to get back, winning things again.
Beckham's fall, cleared by Huppier. Beckham once more. Now Risa. Heskey looking to guide it on to Owen. Cleared by Brown. Murphy. Now Hamann. Shut down quickly by Scholes. Good tenacity there from the Manchester United man, who got caught as well, and he's won the free kick. It's Keane with it. Now Veron. Roy Keane. Beckham had come short, he's looked for Scholes. Van Nistelrooy. A nice idea to work the way through, didn't quite come off.
That might be the pattern of the game, what we've just seen there. United with possession. Liverpool prepared to be patient, defend deep. Say, go on then. We'll let you have the ball there, but are you good enough to find a way through? And then they'll try and pick him off on the break, I would guess. Yeah, that's really his side.
Massive game this in the Gerard Houllier reign of Liverpool. They've actually appeared to move ahead of Manchester United last season when they finished above them in the Premiership. But this match could either mark a turning point in an otherwise disappointing campaign, or show just how wide the chasm has become in 10 months. Here's Ferdinand, player that Houllier has admitted an admiration for this week. Would have liked to have bought him when he was at West Ham, but not for the money they were requiring at the time. Beckham.
That's what you just look at. Look at the picture there, Rob. Hardly a Liverpool player there. They can have it there, but as soon as they play that ball, that's what I mean. That is so difficult to get in behind Liverpool with that kind of ball.
Risa. Away by Brown. Now Gerrard. And his aim was for Murphy. It was cut out by Beckham, and Keane had to hold off Owen. It's back by Gary Neville. Huppier away.
I don't think Van Nistelrooy's had a kick yet, has he really?
For all the goals that Ruud van Nistelrooy has scored since he joined Manchester United, he's still to win his first trophy, and he knows that that really is what sets out the great players from the rest. And the Worthington Cup would be nice for starters, especially against Liverpool, but it's Liverpool on the attack. That's just too long for Heskey, though.
That was lovely play. Great ball up to Emile Heskey. Join-up play was good from Hamann. Just a pity the ball back to Heskey wasn't good enough.
Scholes.
Oh, that's late, Rob. That might be the first booking of the day. He does have an eventful time, Stephen Olshaw, when he plays here at the Millennium, doesn't he? One way or the other.
Yes, he's usually been the man to get away with giving away obvious penalties.
Yeah.
And he's already being shown a yellow card here in the 13th minute, which proves unlucky for Stephen Olshaw. He did actually give away a penalty in the Worthington Cup final here previously, from which Birmingham scored. to take the match into extra time, and Liverpool went on to win the penalty shootout. Beckham's kick was in towards Keane, but cleared by Risa. Here's Beckham. Keane. Keane, who's won rave reviews having switched to centre-back recently. That's Van Nistelrooy. Now Ryan Giggs! Well held by Dudek. He'll be glad to get that save under his belt.
Well, same sort of range, same sort of angle as Juventus in midweek for Ryan Giggs. Lovely play. Again, patient, build-up play. And when he joins in here, it is on his weakest side, but what the goalkeeper, that's what you must do. He certainly did that.
Potential match winners all over the pitch, but wouldn't it be appropriate on St David's Day weekend if it was a Welshman who settled the match?
Oh, you tried telling 30,000 Liverpool fans that, mate. You're on your own, son, I tell you.
I knew I was well away from them when I said it. Gary Neville on show. Diouf, Carragher. Emil Heskey would desperately love to add goals to his armoury. Van Nistelrooy. It's got away from Gerrard and Haman, but then turned into trouble with Danny Murphy, and Huppier picks up the pieces. Now Diouf with Owen and Heskey ahead of him. Murphy. Diouf offering the width on the right. He'll take on Silvestre, who blocks the cross.
Got some really good fullbacks on show today, Rob. The wide men are going to have real difficulty. Either side of the pitch, both are very, very good defensively, both sets of fullbacks.
Gerrard. Now Risa. Looking for Owen, but it's away by Brown. Murphy duelling with Gary Neville, and this is Ferdinand. Put Keane in a bit of bother there with Emil Heskey close. Risa. Followed out there by Van Nistelrooy, and he's given away a cheap throw-in. Here's Keane. Away by Stefan Olsho. Veron. Tackled by Gerrard, and then a real mix-up between Veron and Keane, and Heskey could be through, just too long for him. Well, the Manchester United central midfield too, very nearly the makers of their own misfortune there.
Just a mix-up.
Murphy. Steven Gerrard. Now Diouf. Murphy away from Silvestre to get his cross in this time.
That's not the worst ball. There is involvement's important, Danny Murphy. You know, not restricted to the left side, Rob. He'll come across and get involved. I think he's got what it needs to unlock Manchester United. He's got the range of passing, he's got the ability. You know, it's a big game for Danny, I think he knows that.
He's won the game for Liverpool on his last couple of visits to Old Trafford. Here's Haman. Now Sami Huppier. Gary Neville. Scholes. Now Stefan Olsho. Carragher. Haman. Now Murphy, looking for Diouf. And he didn't quite rescue that.
They're just showing signs, Liverpool, that they might just be settling, Rob. I thought they were a little nervy to start with. That's maybe understandable. Sir Alex's side, though, I mean, he would expect them to come and slip into gear right away. With too many big games and too many big players for them. A little nervous, but they've slipped in pretty well. I mean, they probably had more of the possession, I would guess, in the opening 15 minutes. But I think, as everyone thought, the difficulty is going to be getting through. When they're at their best, Liverpool, they're as good as any, better than most at defending.
Really is amazing how their form has tailed off this year, Liverpool. They're still in the UEFA Cup, although they've got that difficult match against Celtic to come. What a great fillip to their season it would be to beat Manchester United. It breaks down for Beckham there. Giggs had come in field.
I thought it might be only just.
Here's Keane. Now Beckham. Left by Stefan Olsho. Still settling down very much. Will there be an element of nerves here on both sides, despite the fact that they're well versed not only in cup final occasions, a lot of these players, but also international matches?
I just think cup finals do promote nerves. There's no doubt about that. 15 minutes in, Rob, should be okay. Most of the boys out there have had a touch on the ball. I feel better for that. Both goalkeepers have had to do something, so they'll feel better for that. But yeah, there is always nerves before a cup tie. It's a good sign, especially a cup final.
Here's Veron. Looking to switch it to Gary Neville. Well anticipated by John Arnorisa, who's got Owen and Heskey ahead of him. Crucial touch from Ferdinand. And again. Well, his header denied Heskey, who then went down. But Ferdinand reacted quickly again to stop Owen getting through.
Yeah, just a little challenge here. Both go to win it. Look at them, both players got their eyes on the ball. It's not much there at all, I have to say. Goodness, nothing there. I'm surprised that Emil's gone down like that. Didn't look to be much contact. I'm sure he'll be up and about in a minute.
Making the most of an opportunity for a breather. But what about Rio Ferdinand? He's really settled in at United now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And I think what's been difficult for Rio is he'd played with so many players this year, Rob. I think they've finally settled on Brown as his partner, Sir Alex, and I think that makes sense. They are the future of Manchester United, 23 and 24 years of age respectively, Wes and Rio. So it's a partnership that can be together for as long, really, as Sir Alex wants it. But it's still in its infancy. I still think they've got a bit to do defensively to be as good as the two at the other end of the pitch, Onshaw and Hupia, when they're at their best. The Manchester United fans will probably say, well, Ferdinand and Brown are better players, better users of the ball. You'd have to concede that, probably. But if you're looking for two to defend for their lives, then the two at the other end, I think, take some beating, Rob.
Well, its defence is on top with almost a quarter of the game gone. Giggs the only player to test either goalkeeper. Dudek saving his attempt. And this is Roy Keane for Manchester United. Emil Heskey incidentally back on. Now Scholes. Giggs looking to get out to the left and gets the better of Carragher. Van Nistelrooy! Narrowly wide. So close.
Well, you and I are right down the line of this ball. Great run from Giggs. Lovely ball from Scholes. But look at Van Nistelrooy, the predator that he is, Roy. He knows, Rob, that it's coming over, and he's immediately on the front foot. And he's only inches, and I mean inches. This is on target, it's a goal. It beats Dudek if it's inside the post. And that is the closest we've come.
Giggs showing why United were desperate to have him in the team. Provider on that occasion for Van Nistelrooy, who was so unlucky. And United now are starting to get into their stride. Ominous moments these for Liverpool as a man holds off Scholes, who lost his boot. And Paul Durkin has brought it back for that challenge by Dietmar Hamann. There's the evidence.
Took his time, didn't he, referee? Hamann's 20 yards down the pitch before Paul blows the whistle.
Well, I think he anticipated the referee that one of his biggest difficulties today would be hearing himself think because of the noise. And he took time to form his thoughts there over that one. Phil Thompson, who's twice captained Liverpool to victory in this trophy, with a point or two to make to the officials.
I think the opening quarters, certainly it's been exactly as I thought it might be, Rob. Tight, tense, close. Liverpool playing the way they are. Two banks of 4 and 4. United having the possession, probing. They're a very patient side, Manchester United. They've learned that over the years under Sir Alex, with the European campaigns in particular. They have a good ability to be patient as side. And Gerrard would have known, yeah, okay, my best time, my best chance of winning this match with my team will be to make sure they don't give anything away, keep it tight early on, don't concede the first goal. I think that would have been imperative to Liverpool, and take it from there.
Scholes off the field temporarily. Roy Keane wants him back on before the free kick was taken, but he's not allowed. Here's Gary Neville. Scholes is now back on the field. Giggs was coming in. It's cleared towards Diouf, who has to deal with it. Freshly arrived Scholes back in the thick of the action.
Part of his job today, El Hadj Diouf, that kind of area. I'm sure he'd rather be at the other 18-yard box doing his bit there, but to do that you have to do it at the other end first.
Heskey, Brown, Veron to Ferdinand. Keane comes in to take over from Gary Neville. Here's Brown. And Diouf does his job on Silvestre this time. Brown. Looking long for Van Nistelrooy, who took a second out there just to check on Hoopier's whereabouts. It's Murphy. Lisa looking for Heskey. For Ferdinand to deal with, though. Back by Gary Neville. Here's Brown.
You know, sometimes you set teams out, Rob, to go and win the ball high up the pitch. You know, try and win it as early as possible. We can see quite clearly that's not what Liverpool have set out to do today. Happy to concede United their own half and get back in and be patient themselves, wait to win it back.
On show. This is Gerrard. Diouf. Away by Keane to Veron. Now Giggs. Silvestre trying to get forward in support. Gerrard. Fantastic ball out to Risa. Now Murphy. Diouf. Gerrard. Looking to pick out a shorter pass this time to Murphy, but Giggs cuts it out. Giggs put under pressure really by Veron, and Barthez having to deal with it rapidly. Heskey and Owen were both converging on him. Heskey and Owen retreating from offside situations. This is Giggs. Now Keane, Silvestre. Brown to Beckham. A bit short for Keane, but he digs it out for Gary Neville. Beckham. Aim for Scholes, who's looking to get in behind Olsho, but it's Hoopier away. The man taking it away from Giggs. Now Diouf. Gerrard. Read by Beckham.
Having a problem finding a way through Liverpool, aren't they, Rob, even when they've got possession. Has really not tested Barthez at all. The opening nearly half an hour of this match.
Keane. Now Van Nistelrooy. Scholes lets it run, but Giggs was further forward than he'd anticipated there. Away by Silvestre, now Veron, Giggs.
Liverpool's passing hasn't been good enough. They haven't kept the ball well enough.
Beckham. Keane. Gary Neville. This is Roy Keane. We talked about the emergence of the young centre-backs. I wonder if there is a future in that position for Roy Keane as his career winds down.
Only if he wants it, though. He can do it with his eyes shut, Roy.
Has indicated this week that he doesn't know how many more chapters there are to be written in his playing career. You have to take the chances in these finals when they come. Liverpool seeking out a chance now with John Arnorisa. It's a shot away, but there's no real force or conviction behind it. It's been a fairly uncomplicated afternoon so far for Fabian Barthez.
Hasn't quite taken off again. Often happens, you get two giants like this who play each other off, they cancel each other out. It's certainly what's happening at the moment.
Now Veron. This is Paul Scholes. Silvestre has made a move inside. This is Veron. Keane. Too long from Roy Keane. Well, 40 years ago, the final of this competition was Birmingham against Aston Villa. When it was still staged over two legs, Birmingham won it, but there's a rather more recent Birmingham victory that's on Villa's minds. When they meet again tomorrow, it's live on Sky Sports 1 from 7 o'clock. Here's Danny Murphy. Back by Silvestre. Barthez, who got a blow to the face in the early part of the game from Emil Heskey. Just looking a little uncomfortable again there.
Great arena that. Look at that behind Jamie Carragher. Absolutely fantastic.
It is a magnificent arena in which to stage these showpiece occasions. Seats over 73,000, very expectant coming here today. In the first half hour, it's been quite tense, quite tight.
Quite tame.
Absolutely, just a couple of opportunities, both of which have fallen to Manchester United. But it's chess-like at the moment as each team plots the winning move. United building with Rio Ferdinand. Huppier stretching to clear from Van Nistelrooy. That's Veron to Scholes, and cut out by Onshow. Gary Neville. Beckham.
What a ball.
Here's Scholes. It's a little behind Giggs. He tried to retrieve it as El Hadj Diouf was getting back. Now Veron. Scholes makes a good move, cleared by Carragher. Keane. Away by Stefan Onshow. They're in there, felt to have been dragged down by Wes Brown. Here's Beckham. Keane. David Beckham. Giggs with a layoff. Away by Risa to Haman. He was immediately under pressure from Giggs.
I don't think there's a doubt that Manchester United are the better team, Rob. Although they haven't really fashioned too many chances. He's watched his side pretty much dominate the game. Untroubled at the back. Probing in midfield and trying to find a way through. But Liverpool are dogged, and they're well disciplined, and they're very well organised.
Well, he's had the taste again for the Worthington Cup this season, Sir Alex Ferguson, the only Manchester United manager to have won this competition back in 1992. Said he'd be glad to win any trophy this season after the last barren year. Here's Gary Neville, who, like a few of his colleagues, is looking to add this to his collection of other medals from the Premiership and the FA Cup. Roy Keane aimed for Scholes, but it ran away from him.
See, that's just not good enough, and that's been Liverpool's problem, is that they've not been able, when they've had possession, Rob, the movement up ahead of whoever's had the ball has been pretty poor. Options available for the man with the ball have been next to nothing there. I mean, no one made a run for Onshaw at all.
Beckham, away by Huppier. Murphy. And a free kick given. Heskey.
That's better.
Owen out to his left. Michael Owen is past Ferdinand, and Bartes comes. No foul.
That's the threat. You can dominate possession, but this lad only needs something like this to happen. They've only picked out 2 passes here, but it's been the best move of the match, and he really does skip past Rio Ferdinand here. Really embarrasses the English centre-back there. He gets past him so easily here. Little change of pace, little change of direction. It's good goalkeeping in the end.
Scholes tries to whip one across, but it's too far in front of Van Nistelrooy, although the referee saw a little nick on the way that the Liverpool players are complaining about. And United get the corner. Beckham being derided at the Liverpool end as he prepares to take the corner. Doesn't clear the first man, Gerrard, Giggs. Beckham with a second bite at the cherry here, one straight into Steven Gerrard. And away comes the man. Gerrard looking for one of those long passes of his, doesn't come off on this occasion. Aimed for Risa, but seen by Keane. These players know each other so well, not only from their constant head-to-heads in the Premiership, but very often when they're away together on international duty as well. The bonds that bring unity when many of these players are away together with England are dismantled for occasions like this. Beckham looking to get the better of the likes of Murphy and Gerrard today. Gary Neville too. Carragher away, now Veron. Veron's foot high, just caught Owen.
He should be used to that. Played in Italy long enough, Veron. Anyone who raises their foot any kind of height abroad, it's a free kick. I know he's small, Michael, but that was just a tad high.
Here's Carragher. Heskey back to Duke. Away by Brown, but it's Danny Murphy here. Oh, lovely, away from Keane. Beautiful touch to take it away from the United captain, but couldn't quite finish it off.
Little cameo, know what he's all about. This is an incredibly difficult ball. Look how high it's coming down, Robin. He kills it absolutely stone dead. Then a little trickery to open up the position for him there. And you know what he's trying to do? He's looking for that top corner. He ain't far away. Just growing a little bit, Liverpool, the last 5 minutes or so of this match.
And Danny Murphy, a player who often raises his game for this game, becoming an increasingly influential figure as Liverpool start to carve out opportunities. Well, it's progress.
Yeah, it's few and far between. Goalkeepers haven't worked much. Yeah, one each. Red and butter saves, both of them.
Neville, who's never the most popular player amongst the Liverpool fans. Rides the abuse and gets the throw in, which is cleared by Risa. Now Michael Owen, he's done well to win it. He's found Duke, who's got Heskey up ahead. Can he play it through early enough? Well, in the end, found himself isolated by Brown and Silvestre. Haman keeps it going. Comes back off Ferdinand. That's a really promising break then from El Hadji, who had Heskey up in support.
Don't think he ever saw him. Honestly, Rob, I just do not think once he got his head down, Juve, I don't think he knew Heskey was anywhere near him.
Here's Murphy. Switch to Owen. Support arriving in the form of Risa here. Gerrard going for it, deflected! In! Liverpool get the lead, it's a pile driver from Gerrard. It was helped by the deflection, but what a big moment that is!
Well, I thought Risa was going to cross it. He decided not to. And as David Beckham goes to close down Steven Gerrard, I thought there was coming in, Rob. He didn't take that. But David Beckham goes to close it down. That's what takes it past Barthez. No doubt about that. He strikes it well enough, but that's unsavable. You know, you just have no chance if you're a goalkeeper when that sort of thing happens. You know what they say in football? When you're on top, when you're having a good spell, you must score a goal. Gerard Houllier said they've had the best spell of the match in the last 4 or 5 minutes, Rob, and they've topped it off with a goal.
Gerrard dresses himself again, having addressed Liverpool's main problem, breaking through the Manchester United rearguard. They've done it with a little inadvertent help from David Beckham, but Gerrard will lay claim to it. He scored a magnificent 30-yard drive against Manchester United in a league match at Anfield a couple of years ago. Has the Liverpool fans in raptures here.
Well, now we're going to see something. We know how good Liverpool are at defending a 1-0 lead, Rob. And this is a massive test now for Manchester United.
From the neutral point of view, it was what the game needed. One of these defences being prized open. And Silvestre just losing concentration for a moment there, and United in consequence losing possession. Here's Stefan Olsho.
Rather edgy clearance from Dudek, that, wasn't it?
Well, these Liverpool players have been around long enough to know that a 1-0 lead against Manchester United guarantees absolutely nothing. Very often the wounded animal can strike back. They did it in both legs of the semi-final against Blackburn, and that's only the third goal that Manchester United have conceded in this whole run in the competition. Here's Michael Owen. Now Danny Murphy. On show to Jamie Carragher. Carragher for Heskey. Trying to get the better of Brown, and Barthez looked momentarily uncertain then. Murphy. It's a bit short for Risa, and Beckham closes him down, but Risa does so well to get it back from the England captain.
Well, it took a while to rumble into life, this game, Rob, but I think we've got it now.
The man is fouled by Keane. Sami Hyypiä ventures forward for the free kick. Surprise, surprise, Stefan Olsho doesn't. Murphy takes it in towards El Hadji. And in the end, it's Ferdinand who gets it away. Now Gerrard. Away by Gary Neville. Murphy. Haman. Juve. Liverpool growing in confidence. Carragher. Juve. 4 in the middle for him if he can pull it back. Heskey was there, but Ferdinand gets it away.
I can't believe Sylvester never reacted to that ball through to El Hadj Diouf. He just stood and watched him make the run.
Van Nistelrooy, it's Giggs on the burst, but it's Gerrard chasing back with him. Giggs still gets it though. Now Veron with a chance! Punched away! Scholes! Oh, off the line!
Guess who?
It's Stefan Onsho!
Oh my goodness.
He must be the luckiest man ever to have walked in Cardiff.
He's doing it again, the boy. Can you believe it? What is it about this stadium and Stefan Onsho? Absolutely extraordinary.
They should give him the freedom of the city, I think. It's Beckham's corner. Heskey gets it away. Ferdinand to Giggs. All given away to Haman. Liverpool not springing forward too quickly. Only Owen was ahead of Haman when he received it. Risa joining him now. But the gritty determination of Roy Keane, battling for every ball and determined to ensure that Risa doesn't get through, even if Paul Durkin has to come in and act as peacemaker.
Yeah, what about this man though? I mean, this is incredible. I don't think this is a great save. I mean, it's struck well enough, Rob, but he just palms it back out to the one person you don't want it to go to, Paul Scholes, who picks his spot, picks his corner, but so does Stefan Onsho. Somehow he manages to get it over the bar.
Stefan Onsho, who seems to enjoy playing in Cardiff finals.
That's a free kick. Yeah, I'll give it. That's definitely a free kick. Truth just eased his way into Ryan Giggs. Not the place to do it. Stroke at half-time. Beckham range.
2 minutes extra time.
Well, when David Beckham spots it up, you usually know what he's going to try. You usually know how you're going to try and counteract it, but it's not always possible to do that. Dudek on his guard as Beckham prepares for what he hopes will be his moment of destiny in the Worthington Cup final. Beckham! Dudek taking the sting out of it, and with enough time to retrieve before Van Nistelrooy could get there.
Read it, simple as that. Robbie guessed the right, wandered over, and it was a very comfortable save in the end.
Gerrard. Now Juve. Sylvester trying to make life difficult for him, but he's given him the run around there.
Oh, well done, Roy Keane. He is not happy with his fullback. Look at him giving him a right rollicking. He's been sloppy today, Sylvester, at times, you know, defensively, Rob. He just gets out-tricked here, but watch Keane get back in there. Michael Owen about to pull the trigger from 6 yards. Great job done by the United skipper.
It's Risa who gets it across, headed away by Brown. And just as Murphy was lining it up, it was Scholes who got there. Now David Beckham for Manchester United. Through the legs of Murphy. Risa was there, but Beckham taken down, and it's a free kick.
Right thing from Danny Murphy there. A little break on. They thought, oh, just give away a free kick in the halfway line. Give my teammates a chance to reorganise.
Keane to Scholes. Here's Juve. Half-time of a first half that reached a dramatic climax in the closing 5 minutes when Steven Gerrard's flying shot deflected in off David Beckham. United then tried to respond in kind, produced a save from Dudek for an effort from Veron, but Stefan Onsho in the right place at the right time to clear off the line from Scholes' follow-up. It's 1-0 to Liverpool at half-time.
Haven't really spread Liverpool apart. They've been very slow in the build-up, and I think it's got to improve if they're going to get something from this game.
No changes for either team. Liverpool lead in the Worthington Cup final by 1-0. Steven Gerrard with that goal. Commentators Andy Gray and Rob Hawthorne.
And a warning for Liverpool. is the fact that Manchester United have come from behind to win 7 different matches this season. They're well versed in the arts of recovering from adversity. Could they be about to demonstrate just how well versed again today? It's a second half in which each side will be attacking the end populated by their own supporters. Manchester United will be hoping to give theirs more to cheer about in the second half than they enjoyed in the first. Although Ruud van Nistelrooy did go close, and Scholes had that attempt cleared off the line by Stefan Olscher. Mikel Silvestre will look for a less sluggish second half. Now Wes Brown. Higgs has started out on the left-hand side again.
Yeah, no real change in that. Something that they might try a little later, should Manchester United not get back into this game.
And Brown here, let it bounce, and Michael Owen has got away. And Brown recovers, although he was helped by the fact that Ferdinand was back there as well.
Didn't get out his feet, Michael, did he? Just got stuck under him, Rob, but it gave Rio Ferdinand a chance and Wes Brown to get back in. I thought when Brown went over, that's it, he's through, and he'd get a shot and goal.
Brown will consider himself a tad fortunate. Here's Gary Neville. Beckham. Murphy. A man. Michael Owen. Varane. Giggs, now Van Nistelrooy. This is Beckham. In towards Scholes, took a deflection on its way through. And Gerrard gets it away eventually.
I think if there's one thing Sir Alex would have said, I agree with Roy in the studio here, was the tempo of the game. And I think United fell into that tempo, Rob, because Liverpool weren't interested in upping it. They were quite happy to sit back and let United play it slowly. And there wasn't any real great tempo in their game. Now there has to be. Must get a goal, must get back in it. So I really think the tempo of the whole game will increase.
But it's Rees on the attack for Liverpool. Slipped it through the legs of Neville. Murphy, Jude falling for it on the right. Heskey looking to turn away from Neville. Goes down. Paul Durkin unconvinced.
Well, it looked like he swung the leg and just missed the ball.
Van Nistelrooy.
Got a game now, Rob. Got a game now.
Here's Varane. Oh, given away to Juve. Silvestre only holding him up for a moment, and he's hurt himself in making the challenge on Juve. Silvestre has missed the last couple of matches anyway through injury.
It's not a great day, Mikel Silvestre. He was less than at his best first half. But Emil Heskey had a real chance, you know. I think he does the first bit very well because he uses his body strength here just to catch the chance, but then he swings the leg, and watch this. Oh, he just catch Roy Keane coming back in there. There's no surprise to see Keane sense a bit of danger, Rob, and get back in, but he just pulls the trigger there. He rather misses the ball as well, you can see there. I think that's what the referee saw, and that's why he didn't give a penalty.
Concern here then for Mikel Silvestre, who was a doubtful starter for the final anyway.
Well, it looks like medial ligaments. He's certainly pointing in that area. Is it just see the knee there? Sometimes you can just open the joint a little, Robin. I think that's what he's done there. Inside of the knee, tweaked the medial ligaments. And if he has done that, then I don't suspect he can take much more part in that. It's not one of those kind of injuries you can run off. So Alex will be hoping it's not the case, but if he's tweaked his medial ligaments, then I think pretty much certain John O'Shea will be coming on, or Phil Neville pretty shortly.
There's the Does have a couple of ready-made replacements, the United manager. What a moment it would be for young John O'Shea at 21 to come on and play in the Worthington Cup final. He's been a useful performer in earlier rounds, playing at one stage in midfield. We may well end the competition playing at left-back. Ryan Giggs has had to drop deeper for the moment just to accommodate for the absence of Silvestre. So United at least temporarily down to 10 men. Here's Murphy. John Arnorisa. Hupia to Ansho.
I just think this is going to be 1-1 or 2-0 for Liverpool. I think that game, the way it's poised at the moment, you can see Liverpool soaking up pressure, maybe breaking like they did with Michael earlier when he had the chance, half a chance, and Emil Heskey. And, you know, if they nick another one, then goodness me, what a job that is going to be for Manchester United. But he's back on. Interesting to see just how well that right knee stands up to it.
Roy Keane, now Scholes. This is Veron. Scholes with Neville wide of him. Gary Neville playing across towards Beckham. It's Scholes. Tried to line one up for Beckham when he might have been better having a stab.
A little misunderstanding. I think the idea was a good one. Robbie just trying to slip David Beckham through here. David just, I think you might think he's offside here, David. Whether the shot could have been taken on, I don't know. Got closed down well by Haman. Good noise, isn't it?
It is, yes, the two biggest rivals in the Premiership. And the Liverpool fans enjoying it the most at the moment. Although they're anticipating, I'm sure, one or two anxious moments ahead. Reese's kick. Away by Wes Brown. First half goal of Steven Gerrard deflected in. David Beckham was replayed from every conceivable angle on the big screens at half-time.
And every time it went in, it was greeted with a huge cheer, wasn't it? Liverpool won't be in any hurry to do an awful lot, Rob. Every throw in, every set play. Just take a little few extra seconds to do everything.
Here's Murphy. Back to Danny Murphy.
When you see things like this, it's no wonder that people rave about Danny Murphy. He's got such good feet, Rob. Just watch the way, just a drop of the shoulder, a little give and go, and it's quickly back. Look at the sweet strike. No backlift. Almost a little prod of the right foot, but good accuracy, good power.
Murphy looks to set one up for El Hadj, and that's a test of Silvestre's fitness. Seems to be coping all right at the moment. Carragher. Gerrard looking for Owen. Well, Owen waited the arrival of Emil Heskey.
Not so sure what Wes Brown had in mind there. I thought he was just going to back off, head it clear. Stepped out the way and allowed Michael to bring it down.
Here's Keane. Tackled by Haman, but the advantage played. Beckham's cross. Cleared as far as Veron. Warned about the arrival of Heskey. Here's Silvestre. Beckham with a flick on. Roy Keane. Blocked by Hupia.
Turn the volume up some, wouldn't it?
Manchester United corner, and those United fans at this end of the field baying for something to happen. Bounced away to Scholes. It's Beckham's ball in. Now Veron. Van Nistelrooy. Here's Keane. Left back by Scholes. Away by Murphy.
Just tried to glide it on, got a little bit too much on it, but this is good pressure from Manchester United. Liverpool really backs to the wall at the moment, having to dig very, very deep.
And that at least saves Liverpool from having to deal with a corner. Neville hurls it in, looking for Ferdinand with a flick on. And the header from Giggs, comfortably taken.
Oh, poor kick. Trying to find Michael Owen. He was the only option, I think. Dudek, you know, with this new rule, 7 second rule, there's nobody up the pitch who'd been defending that deep. So he just tried to add it to Michael Owen, left side. And made a mess of it.
The man, Murphy. This is Owen. Carragher to Gerrard.
He's passed it better at the beginning of the second half, Liverpool. Obviously the goals are a huge factor. Confidence, huge boost. But they certainly have used it better in the first 10 minutes of this half, Rob. And that's important when you've got a lead. You don't give possession away cheaply.
Here's Veron. Now Keane. Whipped across to Giggs. It's Van Nistelrooy. And Carragher stuck to his gun, stuck with him. He felt it was a deflection off the Liverpool defender.
Well, there was just a little threat there as it dropped onto the chest of Ruud Van Nistelrooy. It's not the best ball in from Roy Keane. It's a little flat, a little shallow, but somehow it finds its way through here. He's claiming Carragher got a touch on it. Difficult decision for the referee to give when you see it. You might get an idea in slow motion, but that's a goal kick. It's got to be.
Here's Scholes. Roy Keane. Gerrard. Keane coming in with a tackle. Veron. Gary Neville. Here's Beckham. Guarded away by Huppier. Gerrard happy to clear the lines.
I think pattern set this second half. United have to chase it, have to take a chance. Maybe not reckless. I don't think there's any need to be reckless, Rob, with over half an hour to go, but just have to take 1 or 2 little chances.
Oh, the onus.
Sloppy.
Just when the onus is on Manchester United, they give it away.
Heskey's struggling. Rob Heskey's struggling. He's just feeling the back of his right hamstring. He's walking over to the touchline. I think he's good night Vienna in the game for Emil.
An unfortunate moment for that to happen for Liverpool, just as Murphy had broken. Emil Heskey looks upset and looks likely to make an early exit, although for the moment he's staying on while Liverpool consider their options.
We'll just stick him in there. Got a free kick. He's big enough. Jamie Carragher probably just said, go on big man, do us a favour before you go, stick your head on this cross, put us 2-0 up, then we'll gladly see you off.
And it's Reese's free kick, dealt with by Veron. Now Keane.
Roy Keane's been telling us he's not his swashbuckling self now. It's a slightly different Roy Keane, but I have to say, Rob, if United are going to get back into that, Roy Keane's got to be his swashbuckling self. It's got to be the old Roy Keane to drive his team forward. What a ball. What a ball.
Superb ball to Gary Neville, cross to Van Nistelrooy, and it was Giggs who was coming in, who couldn't make the most of it. Well, there's no doubt they have players with the ability to prize Liverpool open here, United. Beckham. Dudek has actually started to look very nervous and edgy. Here's Van Nistelrooy. Good turn! But he pulled off a great save there, the Liverpool goalkeeper.
What were you saying?
Didn't you just know that would happen?
Oh, that was an edgy, nervous save, wasn't it?
Here's Owen.
On his own.
Here's Juve.
They need to get Heskey off quick. He's just a passenger at the moment. Barros is ready to go. I think it's Barros. A long way away, but I'm pretty sure it'll be Milan Barros.
Yes, Heskey's labouring through. They need a break in play to enact the change. Now Silvestre. Giggs.
Oh, a bit heavy with that.
Charge.
Bit heavy. Change will be made now, Rob.
So Milan Barros will get half an hour to impress. Emil Heskey goes off in his fifth final, just one fewer than the record number of appearances in the League Cup final, held jointly by Ian Rush and Kenny Dalglish. And Heskey goes off with his team leading, a lead that they'll hope to preserve with Milan Barros now on.
Well, you thought the keeper was looking nervous, but what a time to pull off a save. Great play from Van Nistelrooy. The way he turns and shields the ball, and that's a fabulous strike and top draw save.
There's good firm hand to it from Jerzy Dudek.
I think this is a good change from Liverpool, because I think Barros is such a willing runner, Rob. I think it'd be a good support for Michael Owen, who would just be told, stay up there, occupy Ferdinand and Wes Brown. Michael, see if we can just nick a goal. And the rest will be asked to defend, like they're doing now. Pretty much what we see in front of us now is what the second half set up to be like, I think. Well, not a lot in Manchester United's defensive third there, and I think that's pretty much what I would expect. Liverpool don't have to go searching for the goal. If it comes along, then they'll take it, I know that. But they don't need to overcommit forward. Say to the top two there, right, you two, you be the blue. We'll get support up to you, maybe from Murphy, maybe from Juve. But I don't expect Gerrard or Haman to wander too far forward, Rob.
Scholes. Now Keane. Veron. Scholes looks to get away. Van Nistelrooy's there too, but it's away by Stefan Olsho.
Well, this is a Liverpool that won 3 trophies that year. This is how they did it, with performances like this, based on great defending with the likes of Hounshaw, Hupia, Dudek making saves for them, and then nicking a goal.
They had their lucky breaks along the way in collecting those trophies. This competition, the FA Cup and the UEFA Cup. Beckham's cross here, looking for Giggs, away by Carragher. Now Silvestre. He's a little tame, and Gerrard gets it away, and Barros now with room to move into, and Owen up ahead of him. Gerrard aiming to get there as well. It's a great run from Gerrard. Here he is!
Oh, that's the game. He's got it and he knows it. And he's blown it. Well, how well did both Barros and then the goalkeeper do? What a break this is. This is what it's set up for, Rob. A break like this. Look at Gerrard's turn the pace there. And Barros delays until the perfect moment. What a save from the Frenchman.
On such things, games can turn. But for now, United still have a corner to defend. It's Risa with the kick. Hippia's forward for it. But Barthez, having bought United some breathing space, gets them on their way now. It's Roy Keane. Giggs through the middle, Van Nistelrooy's up as well. But this is Scholes.
Oh, he's a little wide with it.
He's pulled it out anyway. Cleared by Olsho. Owen. Now Haman. Jamie Carragher. Stefan Olsho. El Hadj. Taken out by Silvestre.
Well, it gives us a little opportunity to admire, first of all, the break from Liverpool. The great play of Barros. Look at him looking around, Rob. He knows, I'm waiting, I'm sucking a defender in, and then I'm going to say to my mate, go on, win us the Worthington Cup. It wasn't the most convincing strike, but it took a pretty good save to keep it out. Thought he'd have just put his foot through it and hit it as hard as he could. And he opted to side foot it, didn't get it right.
How important could that save from Fabian Barthez prove to be? Ferdinand getting a lucky break off Owen, and Neville clears Hupia. Gary Neville again. This is Murphy. Veron. Maybe to play it for Van Nistelrooy. This is Beckham. Van Nistelrooy's been joined by Giggs and Scholes in the middle now. Cross comes back off Risa. Veron. Scholes! Dudek again pressed into action and meets the challenge.
Oh, from chump to champ almost, isn't it, for Jerzy Dudek against Manchester United. Lovely play from Veron.
It's Beckham's corner that's met by the head of Silvestre.
Don't know whether Scholes gets this right out of the meat, but it's great play from Juan Sebastian Veron, and then he rolls that lovely little ball. Rather hops off the ground. That's what makes the save difficult. Watch this ball skip just in front of him there. That's what makes the save a difficult one. And he does enough and gets it away out the danger area. And he might have to do that again before the game's over, Rob, as well.
But what a renaissance it would prove for Jerzy Dudek if he was to be the hero of the hour against the team that left him red-faced back in December and seemed to have cost him his Anfield career. Gerard Houllier predicted that he would be back, even though he put Chris Kirkland in ahead of him, and it was an unlucky break for Kirkland that gave Dudek his chance back in the team. And he's showing now the full extent of his rehabilitation. This is Gary Neville. Beckham offside.
Well, it shows you how deep they play. You don't often get offside against Liverpool. You don't get caught. There you go. Only once has there been an offside decision. That was it, and it was pretty close.
Amazing. 3/4 of the way through the game. Veron.
There's two. It's like buses, isn't it? That's the first time that Liverpool have been caught that high up the pitch as well. They usually drop off the play, but they got it right. When you stay up, you've got to get it right. And they're taking the time with this a little bit too long, I would guess. The referee will have noted, I'm sure. A quarter of the game to go. You know, the first quarter was pretty tame, pretty poor stuff. The goal lit up the second half of the first half, and I think this has been a smashing second half.
Here's Scholes. Veron. Mikel Silvestre. It's away by Carragher. This is Van Nistelrooy. Veron. Keane. Veron clipping it over Murphy. Challenge coming in from Risa. Huge appeals from the United fans. Not so voluble appeals from the United players, though.
No, I don't think so. It's close. It's close, Rob. It's lovely play. He just tries to help it on here. But Risa, you can see, comes across and gets everything on the ball. He misses the ball here, Risa. Then it is a penalty. And then it comes, studs on it.
Here's Owen. Switches it well. This is Juve. He'll take on Silvestre. Murphy's available. Danny Murphy blocked by his own man, Barosh.
I have to say it. I've got a sneaky feeling that was arrowing towards the bottom corner.
Scholes. Here's Giggs. Keane. Silvestre. Oh, Beckham! Onshow had missed his header and Beckham almost stole in.
Well, even when he makes a mistake, he gets away with it Onshow, doesn't he?
He must have some Welsh blood in him somewhere.
He's so close, David Beckham, to getting on the end of this. It looks like it's a bread and butter clearance, head it clear. He misses it, that puts his mate off behind him. And David Beckham is only, what, inches? Yeah, inches away from getting something on it.
Neville. Beckham looks to get there again, it's Scholes, and Van Nistelrooy's free! Took him a little time to get it out of his feet.
And because of that, he ends up rushing it. Great ball from Scholes, this. Pressure's mounting. What a ball that is from Scholes. Might have been offside, certainly borderline. But watch this, because he doesn't get it out, Robbie, he ends up having to rush it, dig it out. It doesn't really get any purchase on it. Comfortable save, really, and it shouldn't have been.
Ruud van Nistelrooy has an enviable strike rate in his time at Manchester United. What he doesn't have yet is a trophy, and at the moment, he's not going to get one today.
Well, we must be getting into Solskjaer time, surely.
Well, he is the super sub for the big occasion. It's Gerrard. Header away by Brown.
Well, that's what they need, Liverpool. They just need a bit of the ball, Rob. They've had scant little of it in the last 15 minutes or so.
Here's Juve. Silvestre back covering. It's Carragher. Well, you were right.
Yeah, it had to be.
Time ripe for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's introduction.
The interesting decision is going to be who comes off. Sir Alex often does take a back four player off when he wants to bring on an extra front man, and that might be the case. You want to keep the match runners on the pitch as long as possible. You know, Giggs, the Scholes, Van Nistelrooy, Beckhams, Varane and Keane, you would think would all be regarded by Sir Alex as people who can still win him the game.
Solskjaer's been talked through his final instructions by Carlos Queiroz, the Manchester United coach, who celebrated his 50th birthday yesterday. And as they send on Solskjaer, can he make it a weekend of double celebration? Here's Giggs.
Oh, go right. Keeps it going right to Beckham, and they've got a chance. Great take, this. Difficult ball, but look at David Beckham. Just keep it going this way. Frustration from Beckham as the ball isn't delivered.
Replacing number 20.
Well, it is Wes Brown, it's the defender that is coming off, Rob.
Number 20, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
So almost caution to the wind time with just over 16 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
Going to stick three at the back, but I still think that Gary Neville will bomb forward.
So Alec Ferguson trying to get messages across to Ryan Giggs.
Well, he's almost playing Giggs at left back. And look at where he's gone. Maybe just fill in there and then get forward when he can, I would guess. Which should be pretty much every time.
Hippier. Now Gary Neville. This is Beckham. Now Varane. And now Giggs. This is Solskjaer. Silvestre. Keane. Gary Neville. Swept in, Van Nistelrooy and Solskjaer are both in there. Barosh is fouled.
Yeah, they've let that ball get out too easy though. They were a little bit off the pace, backing up at the edge of the box when the clearance came in.
Well, these are tense and anxious moments until you see yourself on the big screen and suddenly all the worry lines disappear. Here's El Hadji looking for Murphy. It's Juve's cross. Owen was free for a moment there. Barthez keeps the momentum going here. The onus is on Manchester United. And it's given away by Beckham. Risa tackled by Van Nistelrooy. Well, big game here today and a massive game in the Midlands tomorrow night. It's Aston Villa against Birmingham live on Sky Sports 1. Our Monday Night Football starts at 7 o'clock.
Oh, Sir Alex is going on record and saying that this team of his, he doesn't feel do things the easy way. Certainly haven't done today. Again, leaving it very, very late, Rob.
They've done it before against Liverpool, I seem to recall, in an FA Cup tie when Michael Owen scored early and they got a couple of late goals. Here's Ryan Giggs, cut out by Gerrard. Here's Milan Barosh. Silvestre should be first to it against Juve. Here's Keane. Silvestre. Beckham looking to get in on the blind side. It's away by Sami Hyypiä. Carragher saves the corner. And the pressure's been building, but when United have broken through, Jerzy Dudek has proved a reliable last line of defence so far. It's Beckham's cross. It's away by Risa. Scholes closed down by Gerrard. Pushed by Solskjaer. Penalised by Paul Durkin. He's only had to produce one card so far in the game for Stefan Olsho in the first half.
Yeah, you see that we know the rivalry between these two. I mean, I think it's been the players have been great. They've given the referee an easy job today.
They have been very well disciplined, actually, these two sides generally this season. Just 2 red cards for Liverpool, only 1 for Manchester United in the entire campaign so far. Some achievement bearing in mind the number of games they play. Barthez relieved to get it away. Here's Haman. Veron. This is Scholes. Van Nistelrooy. Veron looking to pick out the ball to Gary Neville, and he has. The idea was right to give it into Beckham. That's not a back pass. It came back off Danny Murphy.
Yeah, it was right, Paul Durkin. No way was that a deliberate back pass from Danny Murphy, just intercepting the cross. This is fascinating stuff, it really is. They've knocked and knocked and knocked on that door, Manchester United. And up to now, Liverpool have kept it firmly shut.
And we've all learnt the lesson, haven't we, that you never write off Manchester United until the referee blows the final whistle. Here's Veron. Gary Neville. Now Scholes. Was that a trip by Haman? Referee not convinced.
Well, it's close. Haman sticks the leg out and Scholes goes over. You can see there's no contact whatsoever. That's why Haman and Hyypiä had a little word in Paul Scholes' ear. Lucky to get away with that, Paul. just beginning to believe, Liverpool fans, Rob, aren't they? They've been quiet for 20 minutes or so, and now they're just looking at their watches, and that massive big scoreboard is just about to tick to 80 minutes at either end of the pitch, and they're now close.
Sometimes it's just when you're beginning to believe that you're entering the danger zone as far as these opponents are concerned. Solskjaer, Navarone, beyond Beckham's reach. The second goal at this stage of the game for Liverpool would inject new belief into them. It's still a bit edgy for the Merseysiders at the moment, and Steven Gerrard having to come back and deal with Ruud van Nistelrooy. Gerrard, whose goal separates the sides at the moment. Liverpool hanging on. But into the closing 10 minutes, can Manchester United here find the formula to get an equalising goal? Varane. Silvestre.
Liverpool looking to make another change. I think it's Schmitzer. Yeah, it is.
Vladimir Schmitzer, who impressed when he came on in the midweek victory over Auxerre. By Ferdinand.
You can see Johnny Shea as well. Yeah.
Here's Keane. Beckham. Stole Solskjaer. And Risa misses his kick, and Van Nistelrooy screens it from him. Another wonderful save from Dudek.
What a save. Now that is the best of the lot. Angle was acute against Van Nistelrooy, but what power was in the shot. Fabulous save.
Here's Varane. Gary Neville. Varane again. He's giving it away to Gerrard. And look where Bartes is.
Sweeper. It's like ice hockey, they're going without a goalie now.
Yeah, there's a dangerous thing to do, but at the other end, what a save again from Dudek.
Yeah, and a sloppy here, Risa. Nistelrooy does absolutely great, but look at the power of the shot. It might have just been sneaking wide, Rob, but Dudek didn't know that. Big save.
What a fairy tale it could be for Jerzy Dudek if the completion of his rehabilitation is against Manchester United in the Worthington Cup final after that desperate day in December. Gary Neville, cross blocked by Risa. Liverpool continuing to hold out. Will one goal be good enough? Barosh. Foul by Roy Keane. Murphy presides over the kick, but no rush for Liverpool to take it. Plenty of time for contemplation before the delivery. Given away by Silvestre this time to Diouf. Trying to trick his way past the defender again and gets fouled as a result.
It's exactly what the doctor ordered if you're Liverpool. Bit of time. Well, Hoopier's debating whether to go or not. The Liverpool skipper, he's worried. We've got plenty back there, I don't see why not. He might just put his head on this and finish the game once and for all. Because that's surely what a second goal now would do, Rob.
It's Danny Murphy who has to provide the delivery. Hoopier is underneath it. Brought away from danger by Keane, who looks to set Solskjaer away here. Good tackle by Gerrard. It's been a towering performance from him. And Gerard Houllier, who was perceived to have criticised him publicly earlier in the season, will be delighted with the display from Steven Gerrard this afternoon. Here's Barosh. Owen up ahead as Silvestre tries to force him out wide. He's looked for Diouf. Won by Scholes. And now Beckham. Gary Neville. With the ability in the United ranks, you still feel this game is on a knife edge, and we're into the final 5 minutes. It's Beckham's cross, and it's flicked away by Carragher. The ball from Giggs to Solskjaer. Away by El Hadj Diouf. Here's Varane.
Well, Phil Thompson on the bench trying to get his defence out, but it's impossible, Rob. You can't. What they've got to do is defend that 18-yard box with everything they've got, Liverpool.
Here's Varane. Solskjaer. And away by Jamie Carragher. Back towards Ferdinand, and Fabian Barthez is having to race back to goal here. It's Michael Owen. The chance to finish it here. Owen! Yes! Manchester United caught by the classic sucker punch, and Michael Owen now has surely won the cup for Liverpool. Dudek a hero at one end, Barthez caught out at the other. Liverpool heading for glory.
It's all over. And Didi Hamann plays a massive part in this. Look at the ground he makes up here, Rob. This is sloppy play by Silvestre. It's pretty much typified, I think, the game he's had today. But 10 out of 10 for Hamann. He wins it, he sets Michael free, and there's never a doubt. I said last week, the biggest worry when he scored against Birmingham City, that this young lad would go on a run. 3 out of 3 in a week. Last weekend, midweek, and he tops it off with a goal that surely clinches the Worthington Cup for Gerard Houlier's side.
Michael Owen likes being relied upon for the big occasion. 19 goals now this season, and they say he's had a bad season. He scored a big goal here now for Liverpool. His 4th goal in 4 visits to this ground. And Sir Alex Ferguson, almost a resigned expression on his face. Manchester United look beaten, and Liverpool absolutely delighted. Keane. It's going to take a heck of a revival now from Manchester United. Broken up by Hamann.
He ain't used it well enough for on second half. He's done a couple of good things, 1 or 2, but he's given it away far too easily, far too often as well for Manchester United. But it's been classic second half, been the classic Liverpool of old. And I'm not meaning of that old, but of a couple of years ago, Rob, when this was how they played. They got a bit twitchy about it, worried about maybe some criticism that was levelled their way, and they've often said, why apologise for playing winning football? That's just what they've done today. Cup finals are about winning them. You don't give a monkey's how you play. The only thing you care about is at the end of it, when the referee blows that whistle, are you going up to get a winner's medal or not? And it looks like the ones in red today are going to be the ones doing that. Yes, they've had to defend for masses of this game, but that's the way it's set up.
Manchester United now left praying for a miracle. Liverpool's substitute is substituted with Schmitzer on the field instead of Barosh, and Schmitzer bidding to get forward straight away. This is Murphy in front of those jubilant Liverpool fans. And Murphy's got away from Neville. Schmitzer's available. There he is! And it looked for a moment as though it might deflect back in off Ferdinand. Hamann blocked by Silvestre.
How has he missed that? He missed that.
It was an open invitation, wasn't it?
Oh, Murphy's done everything except put it in himself. The only thing Danny didn't do was pick it up and go and place it in front of Smeetser.
Here's Scholes. Van Nistelrooy. Ruud Van Nistelrooy's shot is blocked by Stefan Olsho. Liverpool defending stoutly to the bitter end, and just how much time is there to be added on here by Paul Durkin?
Yeah, about 3 minutes, I think. 3 or 4 minutes, it must be. Well, this is a chance. Watch Murphy here. He's absolutely different class. And all he's done is run along the line and said, go on, Vladimir, finish it off. Somehow, I'm not quite sure I haven't even seen it again. How has he missed it? Tap it in. It's gone through his legs. Goodness me. It's one for the Soccer AM boys, that.
Smeetser passing up the opportunity of goal-scoring glory in the Worthington Cup final, and 3 minutes of added time have been put onto this match by Paul Durkin. So Liverpool now just over 2 minutes away from a record 7th win in this competition. You'll Never Walk Alone is the anthem that's ringing loud around the Millennium Stadium now. Away by Risa, and then by Haman. Here's Giggs. That was Smeetser, now Danny Murphy. Could they cap it with a third here, Liverpool? He's got Owen over to his left. Michael Owen, blocked by Ferdinand.
Oh, what a block. Oh, that would have been rubbing salt into the wings, wouldn't it?
3-0 is the widest margin that's ever been managed in the final of this competition. 2 will do though for Liverpool. Igor Bischan's coming on, and El Hadj Diouf is coming off, knowing that shortly he'll be going up to collect a winner's medal in his first season at Liverpool.
Oh, it hurts, doesn't it? You just have to look at that man to know how he's hurting at this moment in time, Rob. He hates losing big games like this. He hates it doubly when it's Liverpool.
Shot that deflects away for another corner, and Liverpool may yet compound Manchester United's misery by adding a third goal. The celebrations have started already. The north end of the Millennium Stadium has become the Kop. Gerrard just holding it up and holding it up now.
Well, we're into seconds now. Pretty much as it leaves his foot, it could well be all over.
We'll struggle to hear Paul Durkin's final whistle. He's checked the watch once.
They might just lift this roof off these Liverpool fans, Rob, in a minute.
Scholes. Manchester United seeking out a consolation with Giggs looking to work her way through.
That's it, Rob. He's going. Give him the ball. Jersey. It's all over, son.
Well, nobody heard the final whistle, but there it is. Liverpool have won the Worthington Cup. They've rediscovered the trophy-winning habit with goals from Steven Gerrard in the first half and Michael Owen in the second. They were the men for the big occasion, and they've beaten their bitterest rivals in the showpiece occasion. They have guaranteed for themselves a place in Europe next season, and Jerzy Dudek has completed the rehabilitation of his career. From the depression in December when he conceded 2 soft goals to Diego Forlan, he was a hero, particularly in the second half here, with some wonderful saves to preserve Liverpool's lead and the victory. And Stefan Olsho's luck has held in Cardiff, A first half goal line clearance, and he got away with a missed header in the second half when David Beckham behind him failed to convert. It's Liverpool's day of glory, and all the sweeter because it has occurred against Manchester United. And they've won it playing the Liverpool way that has been much criticised in their lean run of recent times.
That was Liverpool of old. It was classic. It was classic football. A performance that was due on a one-off game, Rob. The big occasion inspires the big players. None more so than him there, who must have thought some weeks ago that he wouldn't see anything like this apart from sitting on a bench and watching Chris Kirkland. But that's what football does. Highs and lows are there for all to see. And Jersey Dudek certainly had his.
Well, let's hear from one of the goal scorers, Michael Owen. Chris Kamara.
Michael, you waited a long time for the opportunity. It came and you stuck it away really well.
Yeah, that was the first real chance I had throughout the game, and you got to play to the 90th minute. I mean, against Arsenal, it was the same scenario. I hardly got a kick for most of the game, but you're always going to be alive when you play as a striker, and thankfully I got the chance at the end.
People talk about the tactics of Liverpool, about you not getting too many chances, but you're patient, aren't you, and everybody accepts that.
Well, yeah, I'd love to get chances every game, but you can't have everything. When you've got a back four as strong as ours, then you might as well make use of it and use the likes of myself and Neil and Milan's pace up front, so we play to our strengths.
Are Liverpool having a bad season?
Well, after the celebrations tonight you wouldn't have thought so, but still a bit to go, still a bit to achieve, but it's great to get the first trophy under the bag.
And you look, what is it about Cardiff? You seem to love it.
Yeah, certain grounds give you a great buzz, give you an extra little 5% to go and play well, and it's it certainly is a lucky ground for us.
Are you delighted for the manager?
Yeah, delighted for everyone. The fans made a long journey down here. The players, I mean, we have taken a bit of stick this year. We haven't had a great year, but it's nice for everyone connected to the club.
Brilliant, well done, thank you.
Cheers, Chris.
Stefan, what is it about this stadium and you and goal line clearances?
I don't know. I think I was at the right place at the right moment, and I think it was important because he just scored the first goal, and it was important to go to the half time with that goal advantage.